All right. Happy Fading Suns Day, everybody. I hope you've had a good weekend. It's always a good weekend when humanity's falling apart and you're trying to raise it back up from their bubble after those horrible nobles stole all of humanity's wealth for themselves. But hey, we've had some fascinating games already with Prince Alexius on his way to becoming emperor, trying to redeem humanity from the scourge that it has suffered. Welcome to the chat. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them there. If you're a GGDA member, thank you for joining in. Remember that we've got a lot of events coming up in April, starting with the April 3rd Best in Georgia live stream, where the competing studios will live stream their games in our Discord and on our YouTube channels. The weekend of April 4th to 6th is, of course, both Stellarfest and EagleCon. April 6th is our meeting of our Athens GGDA chapter, so that information is at ggda.org. On April 15th, we will actually name the winners of the Best in Georgia contest, and we'll have a report on GDC from GGDA members who were in attendance at the Game Developers Conference. April 19th is, of course, the Siege Indie Game Festival. And the weekend of April 26th through 27th is our Transformer Game AI Conference at Kennesaw State University with Dr. Luke Dickin, head of AI for Take-Two, and others. Hey, glad the audio's good. Hi, Vlad. Hi, Don. Good having everybody in the chat already. So, let's see. As I remember, despite the Third Republic having been proclaimed by the Merchant League, Prince Alexius reached an understanding with them. And the technologists will have a place at the table, but they will not control what happens to humanity under the next government. So, we are proceeding. More money. Valiant, that plague still continues on Ravenna. Patriarch again rejected our terms. We had that symbiot horde jump us. And we did not do well in this fight over Malignatius. That was very unfortunate. That was all we did. We lost all that power. The Vow are still unhappy with us, but they're more unhappy with House Staccatos. That might be the time to move against House Staccatos, if House Staccatos were a threat to humanity. Let the Vow handle that, shall we? Healing bonus on Aragon. Still having a lack of energy that we need, but we will do our best with that. So, and we'll see what happens. Again, plague on Ravenna, and this is the note we wrote, of course, to keep track of what was happening in the game. Yeah, we're getting the princess and her friends are stream bombing us. That was Princess Aurora and one of her friends from the palace. So there's Princess Aurora and one of her friends from the palace and one of the other noble families. So you'll see yourself right here in a second. Oh, they missed themselves on the delay on the YouTube feed. So anyway, Brian said Alexius made them an offer they could not refuse. They found a Shantor head in their bed. What patriarch is that again? Yes, it's an eschatonic patriarch, not acceding to our wishes. So the eschatonics, despite our having helped put them in power, definitely have their own mind. So we'll try one more time. So symbiotes over Malignatius, Al-Malik over Criticorum, which is also a worry. We are got very serious concerns about the threat the Al-Malik might be posing to humanity. And how can we deal with that? Oh, and one more thing. Look at that giant fleet sitting here over Byzantium. Isn't that lovely? I do expect to be making a very important announcement about Emperor the Fading Suns Enhanced this week. So stay tuned for that. It will not be today. But I expect something more midweekish. So stay tuned and we will discuss that in greater depth on my next live stream next week. All right, so what are we looking at? We know we've got this big fleet now over Byzantium Secundus. We're not taking them Ignatius, we know that. We can't take them all at once through Criticorum because we know we need to be protected from that Al-Malik fleet just in case. But we do probably want to take them to Shaproot. And then either to Stigmata or perhaps straight to Istikar. It is very, very strange that one jump away from Stigmata, the Al-Malik have no ships over Istikar. And of course, we're seeing that massive symbiot fleet over Malignatius and not over Istikar. So, very suspicious. Don Snow says the Eschatonics are his favorite sect lore-wise. Plus the Eschatonic Runes bonus is so good. True enough. It's very interesting. We've had this argument internally. And I love the fact that we have this argument over which sect bonuses are better. Because when we first implemented them, the idea was, well, you've got all these great combat bonuses for Brother Battle. Who wouldn't do Brother Battle? And then you look at all the other advantages you get from the other sects. It's like, So, each one has an advantage in and of itself. I don't think any of them are overwhelming. In fact, the next live stream I do, I might go like the flip side and go a Vestite or some such. But for this one, we're definitely following the Eschatonic way. All right, when I tilt my head to the left, that's where I monitor the chat. So that's why that's happening. And when I tilt my head to the right, that's because Princess Aurora and her palace friends are going crazy. All right, all right. Let's see. All right, so we know we got to move this Byzantium fleet carefully to get it into position over Shaproot, because we can't leave it undefended with that powerful Al-Malik fleet. That's actually the Imperial fleet. And instead of taking that to battle the symbiotes, the Al-Malik have moved it over our planet, Criticorum. So, I'd be landing a lot of these to move that, move this fleet on through. And of course, remember, if we do declare Emperor, if the Al-Malik move against us, they've got these giant spy stacks sitting on the planet. On Byzantium Secundus. They can't attack us right now, but as soon as we declare for Emperor, they can go at us. So this is a big concern. In addition, these marauders in space, those are powerful. We can start having war in space over Byzantium when we declare for Emperor. So we need to figure out how to take care of this. This is becoming a critical issue for us. Let's keep moving on through. All right, so we know we're not doing this fleet first. We'll come back to that. We know we're not doing the Criticorum fleet immediately. We've got to figure out how to move these around carefully. We are over Istikar, and I think we're going to sit here over Istikar. We want to find out what's going on with them. We're going to keep an eye out there and hope they don't find our stealth ship too quickly. We've got a stealth ship over Pentateuch as well. Maybe a good time to check out what's happening at Holy Terra. Why don't we do that? We don't have other protection. Oh yeah, we got a Dreadnought coming up out of Pentateuch. Woohoo! But we're going to send that straight to the front lines, won't we? So, we'll probably leave this stealth ship over Pentateuch just to ensure that we have something up here in case somebody weird tries to do something odd. Yeah, Brian makes a good point about the ships over Criticorum. We've got this carrier and we've got the starbase. We can move them down onto the starport here and keep them there to come back up later. But we also need to ensure that these ships are defended when they come through. So I got to figure out exactly what I want to bring through to continue operations on Shaproot and maybe Stigmata. And who knows about this little planet. So like I said, we'll come back to that. All right, stealth ship will be sitting over Pentateuch. We've got this fleet over Shaproot, so we'll come back to our transports after we've seen what's happening on the planet. And the same with our bombardment, dreadnoughts, and cruisers. We'll come back to them. Nice little fighter, keeping an eye on Ravenna. He sees a plague down below, Tethys being eyed. Nice fleet over Aragon. Got all these units either about to land on Aragon somewhere else or time to take them somewhere to do more good. Maybe even Byzantium Secundus. So we'll come back to this fleet in a bit. Alright, still waiting to pick these up on Stigmata. Oh, they built an Arboreum right by my relics. I've got to come get these relics. Oh my goodness. I've got, even with my stack bonus, I'm not getting deal with the church. I've got to get these away before the Al-Malik sees them in an act of aggression. Alright, so we're moving these two PTS guns into this hospital where they can protect this area if there's any orbital bombardments. Got these guns just sitting in the palace, waiting to come off Kish at some point. I guess we are bringing you on to the transport. Where was I taking you from here? I'm sure I had a plan. Oh, we got that energy being addressed. Got fertile. I got fertile up there. Might be taken up there. I knew you need energy. That's been the big issue. So let's see if we've got any good place for energy down here. Oh, we got a 19 right there and a 19 over here. That might be the way to go. Like I said, look at that energy. We are consuming 1280 galaxy-wide and only harvesting 1164. We still have a heck of a shortage. All right, we're going to come back to our engineer and see where we're taking him. I'm probably taking him to build another offshore well. All right, you're sitting in electronics. Hey, we don't have anybody in here, do we? Go ahead and build a militia legion in there. We got plenty of food. Harvesting 4760, eating 4423. So, garrison the electronics. Here we go. Criticorum. Got another star base in the starport. We're not going to put up there because, again, we're not sure what we've got going on up there. Now we're going to have to move folks around. Got a Griffon fighter here in the starport to come back to as well. PTS gun is going to move here and just go on garrison duty to protect all of these. There's that dreadnought on Pentateuch. All right, what are we building here now? A star base. All right, finally building that Pentateuch star base that we need. All right. You need to come to front line. Let's see here. How long does it take you to get to Shaproot and what route do you take? Oh, yeah, straight. We can't put it in Byzantium Secundus because we're already at our stack max stack limit. So we'll have to wait and see. Shaproot. We've got a nice little Tiger Lily scout tank to go scout for us. So let's go scout. Tracker's also doing the scouting for us. Oh, handy. Love seeing those things. Energy, that's what we need. That is definitely what we need. Yep. I believe we're building a bunch of engineers here now. We should double check. You're probably building another tracker. Yep. Most of you, what are you all building? Yes, we're saying we're building a bunch of engineers. That's good. So we'll have... Hey, look at that mine we need to go grab. I forgot about that. Everyone up here, NG up there. That'll all be good. We got that officer. So maybe over Shaproot, we need to bring them down to grab that mine. So let's get a little closer look with the tracker, shall we? There's a militia in there. So far, that's all we're seeing. More energy there. That's handy. Oh, wow. Look at that spot. Did you see that? 76 energy there. We need a engineer there immediately. There must be other energy hidden there. All right, looks like we only have a militia there. We can take that place pretty easily. Transport there. Good units here. Oh, boy. We had an air unit out. I need to remember to get that into a city for maintenance. Can't have it sitting out there again. We have the shield. Ha ha! There's our force of dreadnoughts. That was that officer we were looking at. Sure, you're building something nice. There's the militia right now. Excuse me. Getting all choked up over the actions over Shaproot. All choked up. Yeah, so keep an eye on the holistic-design.com website this week for our announcement. Also, the Fading Suns Facebook group and the Fading Suns Discord community in the Ulysses Spiel server. Keep an eye on all of those. And, of course, the Fading Suns, Emperor the Fading Suns Discord server as well. All right, so we know we want to use our lander to grab something and put it in here to grab that mine quickly and easily. Tempted to bring my symbiots in there to grab it. We want to grab that mine. What are the other rebels out here? Oh yeah, Borium. That'd be lovely. Grab that quickly as well. I guess that's about it on the planet. The Borium and that mine. Go for the mine first because it's right by all the other things that we're dealing with, and take the Borium next turn. So, we had a lander, we know, up in space over Shaproot. Salt lander, bring it down. We've got a bunch of troops sitting there. Let's grab a... anything we grab out of here is overkill. Let's go ahead and grab that mega tank. And this smiter. Take them, shoot it up. Land them in the mountains, because that assault lander takes no damage when it lands. And load them. Have them attack. Assault! Attacker, I say units, kablangy. Taking the mine. We're going to build a militia in the mine. Engineers pretty soon. Let's move you over. I want to see where these other energies are, because there's got to be other energy. Yep, look at that. Good area over here for that energy collector. I'm actually not going to move these units anymore. I want them to be on the lander to go up for that Arborium next turn. So you'll just sit there. Gems in these mountains. That's pretty tasty. Oh! There was another place that we were going after. I'd completely forgotten about that. I had completely forgotten that there was a mine up here. More energy. Man, this was the planet I've been needing. Planet I've been needing. That's pretty cool. So, that should be the only rebel fief still on this planet now that we've taken that mine. Well, they had an energy on here already being built, but hey, see how much we'll get when we actually go ahead and just putting it right there on that energy deposit. We'll get 50. Are you building an engineer yet? I hope so. Yes, you are. More of my morph dive bombers. All right, so what we're seeing is that Shaproot's nothing at this point. We've got Shaproot pretty well in hand. There's no threat here. So you know what we're going to do? Y'all ready for this? Let's lift all these into space. Kapow! We're going to leave a cruiser behind. And let's see. Yep, all of these are going to Stigmata. Oh, no. Let's not risk all of them at once at Stigmata. I'm going to take... I know I said I was going to leave this stealth ship over Istakar, but I wanted to go scout out Stigmata. And let's see what's in orbit over Stigmata. And what we see in orbit over Stigmata is nothing! Alright, so... leave a cruiser, leave a bulk hauler. Take the rest. And now we find the symbiot fleet. Lovely! Stealth ship, what the heck is your perception? What's your scout? Your spot is only 3. I didn't realize that. Spot 5. Alright, there's gonna be a fight up here. There is gonna be a fight. And I guess I'm gonna bring this cruiser as well. I'm not coming with the full force I should have. I don't even have an officer over that. That's really painful. Time to go secure some trace on Demolay. Yeah, Demolay is a fun planet to go for. Jucolo, hello. I'm sure the Brother Battle won't mind when we take over Demolay. Well, now we got a fight over Stigmata that might take out the bulk of my fleet. Look at that. That's dangerous. However, none of the symbiotes are elite. That's good. But those blow ships, they blow. Let me just tell you how much those blow ships blow. Man, oh man. I love these drawings. Look at this art. Living spaceships. Gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Even from art from 97, it's gorgeous. Alright, that's a problem. But hey, we've got a lot of dreadnoughts. I think we're going to lose a lot. I really wish I had an officer along with them. That's painful. Okay. Sure, let's move you along to here. All of you will hang out. Well, might as well do a little scouting. Oh, didn't do any scouting. That's good. Leave them all here to get picked up by a bulk hauler. 2 morph dive bombers. I guess I moved some of this stuff last turn. Alright, so I guess I moved them to make sure they would be in a fief and I wouldn't lose them to running out of fuel. So, alright, there's a bulk hauler. It's waiting for a pickup from these folk. But I'm now a little bit... Well, might as well put them in space. Might as well put them in space. They're not going to do me any good on the ground here. So, let's put a dervish, a pitbull, tornado, and a smiter into the bulk hauler. We're going to put it into space. We're going to leave it there. I had an officer on the planet. I do have an officer on the planet. Hello! Risky business. Risky business, but we're gonna do it. Oh! You ready for the biggest risk Alexius has done yet? You all ready for this? It's simple, but these smooth animations make quite the change. I agree. Love that art. Even the... where is he? My shuffler. Look at that. Look how cool that is. I like this, but that's so much cooler. Good stuff. Anyway. Ready for the riskiest thing I've done yet. Bulk hauler. Land in the factory. Bulk hauler. Put in an officer. Put in the stack accuracy bonus. Put in the stack defense bonus. Put in the stack strength bonus. Shoot up into space. Where do you think I'm taking this one, everybody? Are you ready? And can you dig it? This is the biggest risk I've taken. 3 powerful relics plus an officer and a bulk hauler. Tell me that's an armored bulk hauler. I really should make sure of that at least. Yes, armored bulk hauler. Look at that, 127 armor. Heck yeah. Wow. 760. This is actually a good fighting ship. Alright, but guess where it's going? Alexius hitting the Relic Casino. We are going to Stigmata with it. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to see bonus, bonus, bonus when the symbiotes attack me. I don't have the ship They've got a numerical advantage, but we have faith and the Pancreator on our side, plus an officer. That will now be a very interesting fight. What relic did I have over here? Not there, over here. I have stack camo bonus. Well, that wouldn't really help. It would help a little bit, not that much. That's right, I want to build a stealth stack to go to places. That's right. Dervishes, trackers, stealth ships, morph dive bombers, those kinds of things. Hey, Eltar, glad to have you. Lightar, glad to have you here. Yep, Alexius has been, can't say he's been hitting the relic casino, he's been hitting the ruins pretty hard. Alright, so all of you are going to sit here and wait for another bulk caller to come get you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Make it there? Nope. Into the factory. With this morph dive bomber that does need to end the turn in a fief. Alright. The only ships I've seen over Shaproot are these church ships, and despite them not yet agreeing to vote for us, don't seem to be a threat. Is that an armored bulk hauler? That's a regular bulk hauler, isn't it? Yeah, that's a regular bulk hauler. Yeah, oh my gosh, look at the difference in armor. 54 and that other one was a 127. Guns, so much worth. I really should land this, and well, I don't have a spaceport on Shaproot yet, but really need to upgrade that bulk hauler. Yep, we need to get a starport being built there, don't we? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and land you back under the shield and just wait. I could crash land it and take that. Yeah, I could take that Arboreum this turn and pacify the planet completely. Sure, why not? Where's that Arboreum? There it is. Yep. See how much damage we take crash landing today. Not too bad. Load them. A couple of militia. Do another. Don't want to do an assault because we have the dervish who might take some damage from the militias if we assault. So we'll do a normal. Let's do a feint and take no damage. No, he took a little damage. Alright, so that is now ours. And we're going to leave all this on the planet in case, because neither of those church ships can bombard. I'm just on the off chance that a frigate and a carrier decide to be loony. Alright, so we're going to build a militia in the Arboreum. And all of you will skip the rest of y'all's turn. Alright, now we're looking at Ravenna. We're still plagued, but we've taken care of all of the rebellions we're having on Ravenna. Oh, no, we haven't taken care of the rebellions on Ravenna. That's still going on. Alright, strategic bomber. You should be part of this attack up here, shouldn't you? Looks like you can make that before you need fuel. Oh, I remember. You were down here to join in that attack. Because we're going after that ruins. But it looks like we're going to be going after the alien ruins up here first, so. Alien ruins up here first, so. Yeah, you can get some neat stuff in alien ruins. Any of you in the chat have explored an alien ruins. What's the best thing you found there? I knew I should have sent an ambitious frigate captain first. Camo is a lie. I just lost 3 stealth ships over Absolution to a stack with no more than 7 spotting. Should have put that camo bonus relic in there, but of course then it's on a bulk hauler that's got no stealth. Alright, so let's see here. All of you folks are just sitting here waiting for a pickup. You all are waiting here till it's time to attack that ruins. Yes, after we hit the alien ruins, I'm going to need to pick you all back up again and take you back down to take that ruin. So let's go around the horn. Okay. That's not enough yet. Oh, that's enough for the mine. That's right. We're building up the force to Because we think there's a dervish in there, don't we? Yep. Yep. That was... Oh, no, just a partisan. Took him out. Good deal. No, that's much easier. Okay, everybody into here. Gonna take a couple turns. Let's see. We've got a couple artillery. We got a couple of AA. What do we have still coming up? We got a lot of air. Another artillery down here. Let's build another anti-tank gun here. We have more direct capabilities. See, direct. Not incredible, but better than nothing. All right. Skip you until we've got more forces here. Gotta move this one into the mountains. What we're gonna do when it's time to attack is we can come from here and attack. Put this one here to exploit when the time comes. Move into the alien ruins and explore. Get you on up. All these air units can join up here too. Pretty decent size stack already. Artillery coming on up. You got you still coming up. Why don't we get you to make a stop along the way? Pick up this artillery. And keep bringing the alien ruins attack force on up. Yep. I don't know. Drop it off wherever. We'll drop it off somewhere. That's the next turn thing still. Okay, Delphi. What are we building in this starport now? A starbase, all right. I think we're going to have to replace a whole bunch of... About to have to replace a whole bunch. I don't want to go that route. Go that way around. Okay, back to Aragon. It was a... let's see. I just won the Relic Lottery, says Brian. And found 6 Lost Mason star bases in Alien. That's the top star base. That's incredible. Of course, they don't have jump capability, so they're going to protect that planet forever. Jucolo says D -- and with emphasis. Hope it was over something valuable, Brian. EFS, not like Pandemonium or Afshy. Same ruined. Alexius is going to attack now. Alright, let's see here. Now, trying to get stuff done on Aragon to finish taking this planet. Why are we not seeing anything? Oh, that's because we're only scouting with a militia. Alright. Did we lose these? Someone come through and take them or something? I think so. I think we took these and someone just took them back from us. Gunships. Go do some scouting for me, would you?
Unit spotted.
An officer. That's what did it. That was pretty. But they can't take it on their own. So, militia, come out of retirement. Come take that Ceram steel. Gunships. What do we see now? We'll see nothing. Alright. Militia. Took that. Militia took that. Beautiful. Except we didn't want these chemicals because now it's going to take more energy that we don't have. Shoot. Hope we're building a lot of engineers. Salt lander there. Engineer. Excellent. Build engineer. Build militia. Build militia. Alright, now to that main stack with my 5. Got 5 gunships over here. What are you building up here? Militia. Alright. Whoa, look at that stack. That's a problem. That's clearly what we're going after next. We can shell this more, but an officer in control of that. That's really a problem. Labs. Now it's tempting to take this stack and go grab the electronics over there. We really should take... Forts are more defended, harder to attack them, and they give more bonuses. Yeah, we're going to need to shell that a bit from orbit. Let's see what Alexius has going on. Alexius has taken care of this part of the planet, hasn't he? Just got a whole bunch of ships waiting, a whole bunch of units waiting to leave. Yeah. Looking pretty good. Let's come back to this stack, shall we? Look at all that stuff we got. I'm really tempted to take that fort without being a bombardment, but we'll see. Alright, you're going to move into the starport and garrison. We'll figure out about these units. Got my own partisan hanging out. Guarding a partisan guarding the farm. Good enough. You can sit there and guard the farm. You 2 units coming up here. Alright, you were tearing up things so we don't. So we need less energy. We got plenty of chemicals, so we are raising our chemical factory. So let's do that. Orders. Raise city. Raise it to the ground. You coming on around. Could raise some of the electronics. We still need electronics, but we know we still don't have enough energy, which is the problem. So it's not a bad idea to raise an electronics so another electronics can actually build. Nah, that makes no sense. Come on around, raise stuff down here. Alright, up there, we get a garrison going. How bad is that chemical plant? Oh man, nothing to it. Let's move all of these units in. Is anything still in the well? Yeah, there's stuff still in the well. Okay. Let's move you in there. Build militia. We got a lot of artillery up here. We need more direct. So let's take these 2. Bring them to the fusorium. Bring you all, except for the partisans. We'll use them to exploit. Go into the chemical plant. Should take that fairly easily thanks to dervishes. Alexius is elite. Religious dervishes. Good thing the patriarch would never prescribe holy warriors, huh? It'd be a problem not to have our holy warriors in action. Okay. What do they got in the ceram steel? Yeah, pretty good stack. Move you up there. We can probably, thanks again to the dervishes, we can probably take that ceram steel, so let's do it. Might lose some of that AA. Yeah, definitely losing some AA. Come on, dervishes, do the job. Whoa, we lost a lot of stuff. I did not want to see that happen. Wow, we lost a lot of stuff. That was unfortunate. That could make that bioplant a problem when we go after it in the ruins especially. What's up in that farm? Whoa, that farm's got a lot. Alright, but this will pacify over time. I mean, there's no rush up here. Looks like we could use some more units up there, though. Especially when we go after that ruins, so probably another AA. Yep. Yep. Okay. This will fall quickly, but we want that ruined, so stuff still to be done. You... Where was I taking you? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of darkness. We got a lot of darkness over here, so let's scout up here. We're up in the north. Let's scout the north. Find out what they've built over there. Alright, ceram steel. These troops are going to sit here, repairing damage they've taken before they go after the bioplant. That group's just going to sit here because they want to go for those ruins. What do we have in orbit? Oh yeah, we do have stuff that can do good things for us. Got an officer waiting to go into space. A starbase just kind of hanging down there, keeping space from getting too crowded, so it'll stay down there. Yeah, you're going out to defend areas that are not under shield. Not sure what I was doing with this transport. Oh, I want to put stuff over here. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for a engineer is what I'm doing with that transport. There's the assault lander. Dang. Bring it down in. That's not it. That's it. And here. How much do we have in space? You put a couple dervishes in that assault lander. Shoot it back into space. Come back down next turn. Garrison those chemicals. When I built this to go do some scouting. Oh yeah, how are all those fighters? Yeah, I think we're gonna do bombardment on that fort from space. All right, so what do I have up here? I've got one dreadnought. Well, I know what else I'm gonna do. I will bring somebody down. I'll bring down one of my bulk haulers. Let's land this bulk hauler. Land it in the shield. Oop, I did not mean to land Archimedes Dreadnought along with it. Put that back up in space. And somewhere on this planet, and I'm thinking about it, we had a starport with that. So you two together can attack, bombard the fort. See what we get. Nothing. But the starbase has one more bombardment in it. Let's see if that does any good. You see, the forts are well defended against bombarding. I would like to take out that one artillery, so come on. No, it did nothing. Wow, that was a useless bombardment. Oh, big attack. Do I bring the strat bombers or the gunships? They've got a lot of AA in here. In fact, I don't need my AA, so let's get my AA out of this fight. Move it into the starport. So now I've got room for 3 more units, so get... Can those morph dive bombers join? Sure they can. Morph dive bombers and a strategic bomber. Throwing a lot of air against a lot of defended AA, entrenched AA, but it'd still be good. Is that 20? That's 20. That's a big stack led by an officer. Let's hope the officer survives this. Going after the fort. Whoa, massive fight. Oh, you had a spy in there too. Oh, my officer's not going to survive this fight. I was hoping I had enough protection for him. Yep, there he goes. Oh, well. I will win this fight. I'm taking a lot of damage. Have I taken out his AA? No, he's still got 1 AA left. That's the problem. 1 AA is doing a lot of damage. Now, oh no, he's still got a bunch of AA. Whew. I'm glad I brought my air, but I lost a bunch this fight. Man, that AA is just hanging out there. Wow. 20 on 20, that's bloody. That was bloody. Let's get everybody into the starport. Let's build a new officer over here. Officer Corps. Zorn, what are you building? And starport. Wow. But now we are past his toughest defenses. So, actually shouldn't have moved all these units in here. Nope, because I can now land stuff from space. Great game, says Klaus Zoldberg. I have a question. Why does the AI on Aragon not make counterattacks? Just sitting there waiting with its big stacks to be wiped out. So there's a dramatic difference in unit quality right now. So I've got dervishes. So look at the mixed units. I've got this direwolf, which is an amazing heavy tank killer. I got the pitbull assault tank. I've got my dervishes. I've got these devastator strategic bombers. What they've got are a lot of them, but they are the lowest end units. So it doesn't do them. They're going to get wiped out attacking me. If you are defending, you're in a much better situation. So, like the fort, I talked about the fort having such a bonus. And great question, by the way, Klaus. So you see there's an armor bonus in the fort of essentially double. Less than that in a starport, for instance. A starport has 1.5. So when they're dug in, they've got a good chance. You see how my stack took them out. They've really got no chance against me. On the attack, they're going to get wiped out. So if you think the classic story of the Allies advancing in Western Europe after Normandy. So everyone talks about, oh, how great the German anti-tank guns were, and King Tigers and like hidden in the bocage, shooting at the American tanks as they came through, and the Shermans obviously were no good because they died in significant numbers. But the Allies were constantly on the offensive. When the Germans went on the offensive, they got wiped out by the Allied stuff. I mean, tore up, partly because the Allies had air superiority as well as really good soldiers and really good equipment. So the idea is that with this basic stuff, the AI can defend really well. And you saw a bunch of counterattacks when we were going after the main continent, when the Hazat still had some good units. But that stack, all these base units, I mean, they're lacking any real advanced units now because they have nowhere to build them. I've taken their factories. I just took their last fort. That's where that officer came from. You can only build the officer in the fort. So they really don't have a chance on the offensive. Their only hope is really to bleed me down by fighting defensively, just like what the Germans tried to do on the Western Front. And when they did a counterattack at the Battle of the Bulge, of course, it tore up all of their elite armor, and suddenly they were just collapsing across the board. They had no chance of that, whereas they could have done a more prolonged defense by not doing these stupid attacks that Hitler would demand of them. So I hope that answers the question. But looking forward to more. Yeah, that stack was big, but it did not have a chance against my folks dug in a fief. But look at how much damage they did to me on the attack. I mean, they wouldn't have gotten anywhere near that much damage to me if they had attacked me. All right, so we're going to retreat some of our more damaged units. Send them back into, let's say, into the fort. And from space, oh yeah, we've also got all of these folks now. And he's only got one AA gun. This is a good time for those gunships to show up. Yeah, that AA tore up my air. All right, and we also have all of these units. So let's bring down one of the bow callers. And that should be plenty to take that electronics. Yep. It'd be nice to have more artillery, but one artillery should do it. Yeah. Because he's got no artillery. So no artillery duel whatsoever in this fight. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And again, I mean, that stack had no chance against any of my stacks. Alright. That fight's done. We advance into the electronics. Drop that damaged pitbull out of the attack. Let's grab a lab. Now this will be a little worse because now he's got all that AA and some artillery. Better combined forces for him. Better combined unit tactics for him. I'm probably going to lose some of those guns. So let's bring some more reinforcements. We got more units up top, don't we? Yeah. We've got, oh hey, I missed that Vlad cruiser when I did my bombarding. Let's use it now. Much better. You see, they're not in the fort. That fort has really good defenses. So at least I took out that AA. Oops. So, let's now land. Hey, I didn't want to go here. Back to Aragon. Alright, so. Bring down these 2 assault landers. Unload them in the electronics. Alright, I'm going to lose some of my air. My gunships will probably die. Probably lose maybe a dervish or 2 and some of my AA. But hey. We'll take the lab. And with this much stuff and some really good armor, I mean, those 2 dire wolves are just tremendous. We did lose the gunship. I feared that. Glad we didn't lose anything else. Alright. So now all of you can enter the lab. What are we facing here? And now we got a nothing group in front of us. Tempted to assault. No, because I don't have any artillery. Yeah, I do have 1 artillery. Let's assault. Yep, good assault. We just wiped it out. Alright, and we took these 2 labs, and guess what labs can do? Well, they can build a militia legion to garrison, you're correct. But they can also research! Blade Master! We're going to make Alexius into a Blade Master yet. Is that one? Okay. Now this one. Build. Militia Legion. Build, yes. And Tech Blade Master! Wait. Not sure I've gotten both of them researching. Yeah, alright. I got them both researching. Okay, let's bring in these troops into the lab. Okay, I did not have this one researching Blade Master. Now it is. Alright, good deal. Thank you very much for the explanation, Klaus said. You're quite welcome. Yeah, so AI, I mean, it is really tricky with AI. What is the best course for it? And I mean, when we were on Aragon, on the main continent, we did have to battle some really good counterattack. Yeah, but at this point, the AI knows better. I mean, it could calculate that and say, yep, no chance. All right, anyway. All right, so we've got that bulk hauler up here. Anyone we can load into the bulk hauler? All right, so let's put the bulk hauler back into space. Come back to you 2 dervishes. We got these 2 assault landers. Shoot one of them into space and land it. Land it where it will. Sorry. Where we'll get those. And we got these folks still walking in. So let's land the other assault lander that we brought up here. Usorium. Where did I land those wacky assault landers? There it is. We shoot you up into space and land you. Let's bring those folks next time around. All right. You are going to sit and heal. Maybe we'll move you into the lab and let you heal there. Officer! Oh, did I? Wait, I put the bulk hauler there. And load all of you onto this bulk hauler. Good deal. And put that bulk hauler up in space. Nice. I'm not going to land them because I'm going to have that officer up there in case somebody attacks my ships. Neither of these are armored. I should land this bulk hauler. Let's do that, though. Do I have a starport that's not producing anything? You are building a space fighter. You are building a starbase. I'll have that space fighter up next turn. Right? You'll be up next turn, right? No, till turns away. All right, never mind. All right, so we'll leave the bulk caller in space. All right, here's that Byzantium force. Now we're back to here. We are afraid to leave it unescorted. And that's Alexius. That's right, we have Alexius on the move. I really should have put him in that armored bulk caller. Oh, that freighter with great stuff. Tempted to swap him out into a bulk caller while he's in space. In fact, I think I'll do that. So look, 42 armor compared to 78. That other bulk caller must have been elite. Still a good difference. Let's swap him out with that anti-tank gun. I don't know if I can do that right now. No. I gotta have some extra space in space. Can't do that right now. So I could drop them on Byzantium Secundus and make those moves, but I'm not going to worry about it. Not that critical. All right, so we know we need to keep a good defense force over Criticorum. I'm tempted to move my carrier. Carrier Starbase Officer, yeah. I might only just bring 11 points worth forward and leave the rest over there. So what do we have here? You are 5. $8. 20. That would be everything over Byzantium. Over Criticorum, I'm sorry. So I'm going to leave Alexius behind. Enjoy the peace there first. Bring all of you along. Well, actually, I want that freighter. Maybe like that? What do you think? Yep. And we'll leave all of these over Byzantium Secundus. Yep, got this. I think, let's see, how elite are these Almalik units? Oh my. Elite Dreadnought, Elite Destroyer, and a veteran cruiser versus, everything of mine is just straight up expert. Well, elite, but that's not that much. So yeah. Not that great. All right. Pentateuch, you came up. Take you to Byzantium Secundus quickly. The bulk all over Aragon will sit in orbit, as will that fighter. All right. So, taking you, I think, right up here to build a well. Yep. Right to here. Orders, build city, well, build, yes. And build a militia in there as well, in the well. Oh, well. Should have someone else build an engineer. A few engineers going around here. Yep. Okay. And, bring you over here. I might be building an engineer somewhere else, but I'm not sure. Okay, Criticorum now. I forgot I had that one down there. I'm going to go ahead and land my stealth ship. Or I guess I could shoot my stealth ship to Shaproot. Let's do that. And now, put up another starbase over Criticorum. Forgot I had that. Now, I can definitely take out that Almalik fleet if there's an issue. In fact, can I put my officer in my starbase yet? Yes! We will definitely do that. And I can move this assault lander somewhere. Or can do some good. In fact, I think I will. Put that assault lander over Shaproot. Alright. Nice. And you're just going to sit there. Come back to you next turn. Okay. Not ending my turn now. I'm not declaring for emperor yet. I want to get that church in line. So, diplomacy. All right, patriarch. Oh, yeah. I've already put in a big deal there. All right. All right. Got a big offering a whole lot. Klaus, but I guess the AI from the 90s does have its limits. Yes, it did. All in all, this game is really funny to watch, and I'll definitely buy it and play it. Very glad to hear that, Klaus. Definitely stay tuned for our announcements this coming week. I'd love to have you playing this on Steam. And remember, multiplayer with this is a blast. If you don't care for the AI, humans are your best opponents and the most fun anyway. There's some great multiplayer games going on in our EFS Discord. If you're not a part of that yet, you should be. All right. So, I believe we're done. We're making money. Yep, making lots of money. Got things under control. Still worried about that. Who's bribing the Al-Malik? House Hawkwood, that's us. We're at war with Azat. They're also with Lihalan. And the Ducados are at war with the Lihalan. And of course, they're also at war with the Vow, as we saw earlier. Okay, let's get to the next turn. End turn.
House Hawkwood.
All right, any fights anywhere? Let's see. All right, well, first of all, let's keep researching Blade Master. Space Fighter on Kish. I want to build something else on Kish. What do I want to build on Kish? Space Torpedo Bomber. Militia Legion on Criticorum. That doesn't need to build anything now. Borean Militia Legion. Nothing there. Engineer on Criticorum. Let's keep building some engineers. Militia Legion on Shaproot. Let's build a lot more engineers on Shaproot. I think this is going to be our energy hub. Port Tracker Legion. Let's get one more Tracker Legion going, shall we? I don't know, maybe an Officer Corps, just in case. Militia Legion on Shaproot. Engineer now on Shaproot. Laborium now builds an engineer. Look at all that there on me energy. Anti-air on Ravenna. We still want to go after that ruins eventually. Go cycle back to artillery. Anti-air, artillery. Engineer on Delphi. What the heck was I going to do with an engineer on Delphi? I have no idea. Maybe there was energy somewhere I forgot about? Tracker Legion on Tethys. That's always handy. Don't know what else I was going to build on Tethys, so we'll come back. Oh, this all must be going up to a ruin somewhere. I think we got getting to the point we got enough units for a ruin. Oh yeah, all that anti-aircraft definitely means ruin stuff. And I know what I'm going to back to that port and build an officer down there. Militia Legion on Aragon. Militia Legion on Aragon. Militia Legion on Aragon. So what the AI does do, Klaus, is they will build choke points. That's why you see these big hard points to get through. Rather than have even numbers everywhere, they're going to find where you're going to most likely to attack, and they'll make that as hard for you to seize as possible. Oh, Brian does note that the new version of EVS is very easy to mod. Yeah, you can mod this in all sorts of ways. I've shown some of that before. Lots of opportunities. Starbase! Now, there was something else I wanted to build on Aragon. Maybe I wanted to land a bulk hauler. That's what I want to do. Yep, I'm going to land a bulk hauler so I can build an armored bulk hauler. Militia Legion. Militia Legion. Militia Legion. 12,000 more in taxes due to that cup of righteous plenty. Units are loyal, don't need as much money. Build that plague on Ravenna. I need to build a house. Hey! All right, Brian, you were asking about when it'd be time for us to declare for Emperor. When you got the church on your side, it cost us, but look at that. Gave their sect religious control of Shaproot, almost 20,000 Firebirds, and map information from Pentateuch. Oh boy, here's the fight. Look at all those bonuses. Look at all those bonuses. That is the difference in this fight. Holy cow. Holy cow. No losses. Officer retreat bonus. Officer accuracy bonus. Officer agility bonus. Symbiot psychology bonus. Hand of St. Ignatius bonus. Eye of the Prophet bonus. Rod of Holy Smiting bonus. Wow. I expected to lose about half of my dreadnoughts at least in that fight. Armored bulk hauler, not a scratch. Wow. That's tremendous. That whole fleet. I mean, scratch, definitely. But nothing taken out. I am amazed at that. I am so glad I made that risk. That was risky, because if that bulk hauler went down, I'd lose all 3 of those holy relics out of the game. Gone. Even holy relics don't survive hitting the earth at escape velocity, or terminal velocity. Sorry, not escape velocity, terminal velocity. Wow, 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 wow. I think that Alexius has had some good strategic moves. That was probably his best strategic move. Got ambushed by the symbiotes and sent the relics to the fray. So, in the official Fading Suns history, we talk about what really turned the Emperor Wars in Alexius's favor is when he broke off from fighting other nobles and went to Stigmata to rescue the Brother Battle garrison that was under massive assault because the then leader of the symbiote garrison had taken all those troops off to fight on other worlds. So Alexius brought his Hawkwood troops and muster mercenaries to save the garrison, the Brother Battle garrison there, and turn the tide against the symbiotes on Stigmata. That helped bring the church to back him, and certainly a lot of very fanatic people owe their lives to him, and great combat as a result. Jugalo says, it's all that experience coexisting with that symbiote you got from the ruin. So anyway, in the official history, it was a battle on the symbiote surface. I think this is what turned the tide for Alexius. This massive battle in space over Stigmata. Alright, yeah, Val, you keep fighting. Regent election is next turn. So yeah, I think it's time to declare for Emperor. I think it might be time. What do you all think in chat? Let me know. Yeah, a lot of stuff we couldn't build on Aragon thanks to that energy shortage. Wow, look at all the stuff we're not building on Aragon. Yay, food bonus. Oh, no, reject. You have no votes, Lazarus. Good try. Reject. All right, the Almalik did not attack us. I bet you they'll attack us after we declare for Emperor. That includes here, so we need to be careful. We now have a good space fleet here. So I'm no longer worried about this Imperial fleet here. But these guys, yeah, I don't want anyone up in space over... Well, maybe my Dreadnought. I don't want any transport ships over here. I might keep my Dreadnought over, though. It says all my Dreadnoughts survived this fight, which I did not expect. Did not expect. Well. Not seeing any symbiotes on the planet. Not seeing any symbiote hives doesn't mean they're not there, just that we're not seeing them. The Almalik have been building like mad here, so clearly they're not worried about the symbiotes. Yeah, a lot of new stuff built on this planet. If we were in charge of the garrison. Oh, how are we doing on energy? I forgot. Whoa! Still consuming more and more, building more. But we keep taking all those chemical factories and electronics on Aragon and needing so much. Wait, we completely forgot to buy last turn, didn't we? Whoops. Whoops. This is the car I'm looking at, by the way. You are correct. Why am I not? Oh! Al Malik went to war. I was looking for the Agora. And the Al Malik went to war with the League, so there's no more Agora there. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. We have any energy in our Agora? Still no energy. They are not restocking since that Third Republic declaration. Getting any restock on Delphi? Let's see. Nope. Let's try over on Kish. Yeah, that Third Republic declaration has caused havoc on the trade routes. No energy anywhere. Oh, we were running low on trace? A little bit. Need to focus on that some more too. Alright. Whoops, that's not what I wanted, but put you up over Kish. Put you in one of the star bases. Alright, so we definitely want to get these transports away, though keep forgetting about this problem. I mean, that fort is very well defended. But there are all those spies ready to attack it. What I'm actually going to build is an artillery, because there's a lot of spies, and artillery against spies, it just tears them up. Alright, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to you. Alright. Stuff over Stigmata. Wow. That was really amazing. I'm going to fly my stealth ship to Shaproot, where it can heal up. Less risk. I'm going to bring this stealth ship to Stigmata. We need a bulk hauler to pick up those other relics. A bulk hauler that's not doing anything down here. Yes, I do, don't I? Up here. Except I really would like to bring all of these folks down to deal with the ruins over here. What to do first? Alright, well, let's get all of these folks into the bulk hauler. Everybody's elite now, that's good to see. Except the bulk hauler itself. Let's shoot it up to space, let's land it near the ruins. And this mine, yes, here. And, I guess put that bulk hauler in space. Militia Legion, you can garrison. Emperor time it is! Yes, Lytar, I think at the end of this turn we will make the important declaration. Alright, let's get you all heading towards this ruins. We haven't built any engineers yet, so can't have any roads. I think I'm going to have you come join. Not spotting much yet. Hey, more trace. We know we need trace. Leave you out for now. Maybe pick up with an assault lander. Oh, that's where we need a bulk hauler. Got all of these goodies. Cycle on through to you. Those two morph dive bombers. Let's get them as close as they can to the ruins. It's probably to that mine, right? Yep. We'll have to remember that next turn they need to sit in a fief. You can go ahead and garrison. Alright. You and the assault lander. Shoot you up into space. Land you right down, right outside the ruins. Unload. Shoot you back into space. Have you all sit and wait for reinforcements to get the ruins. Have you garrison. Look at all that lovely energy. Nope. Good stuff. Air units. Send you over to the mine. Wait there. A lovely symbiot. Have you come joining. You, I've got a bulk caller come for you. If the Almalik don't seize you first, we will find out. There's that fleet. Go straight after Istakar. We don't have troops to do it just yet. I think we're going to leave this over Stigmata for now. Boy, I am still amazed at how well they did against that Symbiot fleet. I was really expecting some damage. Okay. All these folks over Criticorum. Let's get you on the move so you can join the Stigmata invasion fleet. The nice defensive force now. I mean, still, a dreadnought and a cruiser are pretty... Oh, they're fighting! They're fighting the League over Criticorum. That's what's happening. They took damage. The Imperial fleet, controlled by the Al-Malik, is fighting the League. Because they did not have all this damage before. Oh, that's fascinating. So yeah, they're probably not coming after me right now. They're involved with their fight against the League. All that oil, Jukulo says, all that oil is desperate for some Hazat freedom. Yep. On Stigmata and on Shaproot, you are absolutely right. All right, so yeah, this group, no problem. Right now, if they attack, they're so damaged. I have no doubt that I would win this fight. Leaving you on Pentateuch for now. All right. We'll come back to that assault lander over Shaproot. I guess it could go to Stigmata and pick up some relics. Sure, why not? I will take that stealth ship because I want the stealth ship to go keep an eye on Istakar for me. All right, Ravenna fighter, pick it out there. You, Dreadnought, are on the move. Oh, no, I got 2 Dreadnoughts. Yeah. 2 Dreadnoughts will do the job against 5 Marauders. I mean, look at this. They got 5 Marauders. They're probably elite. Yeah, because they're the Imperial fleet. And look at this. 890 space as well as 890 close and 42 armor. I mean, that's pretty wicked. But Dreadnoughts, lovely stuff. I hate that they'll take some damage from the close, but 94 armor and all that range and direct space. They will, in the end, take out those Marauders. So the Marauders will do damage against Dreadnoughts. All right. Alexius and his folks are heading to Criticorum. If the Almalik do attack us, Alexius will be in space at risk. All right, Tethys fighters hanging out there. All these troops over Aragon. Not sure what I was doing with you, so let's get back to the Aragon planet and find out. Bulk caller sitting there. Starbase. All 3 of you are sitting here to do some sort of bombarding. Come back and decide where those dervishes are going. Those fighters will just sit there on picket duty. All right, you're on back to Kish. They'll go on garrison just to protect those fiefs. I'm still hoping to pick them up someday. I should probably have built a an assault lander on Kish to take those folks out of there. All right, garrison duty, engineer. I should probably have you rushing over there. Oh no, I do have a starport here. What do I need here? A palace? No, I've got the palace. There's somewhere where there's energy that I don't know about. Probably offshore energy. Yep, probably want you to build more offshore energy. How about here in the desert? Oh, that's all being collected already. Yep. Probably wanted food up there too, but I think the energy is a higher priority right now. So let's get you moving over to the transport so the transport can have you build the offshore solar collectors. Where are you going? Oh yeah, Ravenna. Now we're looking at Ravenna. The assault on the alien ruins. No! What happened? You didn't make it! Shoot, that strategic bomber is going to crash. I thought that I had it going into that farm. I didn't. Whoops. Oh well. Bye-bye, Strat Bomber. That was rather foolish. That was rather foolish. Embarrassing. I do one great strategic maneuver and then one big mess up. Alright, do I have enough for an alien ruin? Let's see here. You... I think so. I think this will be pretty good for an alien ruin. No officer, no strategic bomber, clearly. That officer would make a big difference. Only 1 foot unit. Good air, though. If I do activate it, though... Well, I've got other stuff being built. I need to build some other good stuff. Let's be building some stuff. Because if I activate that, and I don't have any defensive forces back here, that could be bad. Alright. Let's try it. Oh, there's an aircraft carrier in there. I'm glad I got air units. My air is getting tore up by the aircraft carrier. Aircraft carriers have great anti-air. Hey, look at that. That was alien ruins? That's interesting. So what we saw here... So in the Second Republic, there were humans who took grafted alien parts of them in order to try and become more alien. I assume these were their descendants. We found these bizarre changed hidden in the ruins. That's my supposition. Whoa, we found a fighter. Yep. Seraphim, that's pretty nice. Let's put that up in space. Oh, an elite Seraphim, no less. Nice. Put that up in space to help build another picket over Ravenna. All right. That's where I have the tracker in here. Is to do this exploitation. 6 lost PTS missile launchers have pledged fealty to your noble house. That's nice. 1 point of singularities. Oh, well. That was a very interesting place. I'm sure that those are people who've been descendants from Second Republic alien worshippers, as it were, who were living in those ruins for generation after generation with this advanced, look at this advanced technology they were looking at and just worshiping that one singularity. Who remembers Planet, was it Beyond Planet of the Apes? Which was it where the freakish mutants are worshiping an atomic bomb? That's essentially what you had going on there. Hey, Sam, yes, the Caliph does know it's going to happen. He's not past tense. The Caliph is a very present tense. Al-Malik versus the League, a civil war then. Well, maybe the League knows more than they're letting on, and maybe they declare war against all the houses, mainly to confront this Al-Malik threat. I think that might be the case. All right. Now, we do want to get folks onto these transports so we can get this regular old ruins down there on the other side of the planet. I'm glad that we took that out as well as we did. Okay. So the assault tank, we actually want to get to the factory, because otherwise that's going to take a long time to heal. Same with that atmosphere fighter. They'll heal much more quickly in the factory. You both just want to get you flying as far down there as possible without having you run out of gas. Well, maybe you'll land in the factory too. Not a bad idea. We did take a little damage, so good to heal all of you up. Okay. These missile launchers are going to take forever to reach anywhere. I think I'm just going to have them go and hang out in that factory. I mean, that anyone attacks any thieves around them from space, they're going to get tore up. That is a great little force there. Do we have anything in the mine? No, we don't. All right, let me put that tracker legion in the mine just to scout in case there's another rebellion at some point. Singularity, gonna send you to the factory. I mean, we've got 84 singularities, but they're still here. Take a look at how much they cost. Agora here, if I would trade one singularity, yeah, look at how much they're still worth. Alright, so I got an engineer. There had to be some reason I wanted an engineer on Delphi. I got starports all over the place. Was it energy? No energy handy here. I want you to wipe out some chemical plants, maybe? Sure, let's just start raising chemical plants for a while. Might as well. Alright. Tracker Legion. Don't need you as much as I was worried that I would. So, oh, hey, let's go take a look. See if we can see. Yep, see that last spot over there, and head over here too. As you all know, I love my war on Fog of War Tethys. You've got these folks. Don't know where they want to go next. Oh, that alien ruin, I guess. Another alien ruin for us. Yep, everyone's going up to that alien ruin, aren't they? Alright. That one's going to take a while. So we're not taking that one anytime soon. I have a transport in there. We do have a transport in there. And a armored freighter. Why do I have all this stuff in here? Oh, that's right. That's right. There's a rebellion up here I had to fight. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Alright. Artillery. Officer. Space. Land in the well. Unload. Wow. Oh, that's my anti-plague relic. I am about ready to take that. After what we saw with the last alien ruin, we are still doing some healing here. So next turn, we'll probably take it. Let's put these three up into space. Sit there. Entry you. View over there. Just cause. I was probably going to put all those AA. That's what I was going to do. Put all the AA on the transport and take the shortcut. See? What I should have been doing. Alright. Come back to all of you. All of you come on in. Yeah, so after that, give that officer another turn of healing and we'll go after that alien ruin next turn. Alien ruin on Tethys. That's the next turn thing. Look at this lovely force over Tethys. Alright, garrisoning. Reinforcements coming. Remember to check the surviving Agora. Yep. Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Thank you, Sam. The second in the series. Had Chano and Luger from Barney Miller. Oh, who remembers Barney Miller? What a great cop show from the 70s. That stuff was amazing. All right, you notice our folks healed up pretty well on Aragon. That's when we got the Holy Relic helping us with it. So, oh, we want this mine. Look at all that trace. That is a very tasty mine that we want. All right. Yeah, what are we discovering? Whoa! All right. That's where our orbital bombardment's going to do us. Hello. Orbital bombardment time. Yeah, you see, so this wasn't this heavily defended before, but they moved units here, knowing that, bombard again, because I want to use some air units. Take out that AA. Ah, I did not take out that other AA. Yeah, I've got these damaged air units I want to bring. Anyway, they moved units here knowing that'd be my next line of attack, because getting across the river takes forever. I was going to come in the mine and come on down that way. What do we have in the lab? Oh, yeah, there's a good force. I'll bring my assault tank. You're pretty well healed. All of this stuff. Might lose a gunship to all that AA. But I think we're pretty well. Again, want that officer. Do we have that officer up in space? Yes! Yes, we're bringing you down into the lab. There we go. We got so much AA, there's no reason not to use this AA. Bring this whole force on in. Big 20 stack. Take the mine. Yeah, just a normal attack. We should have this one pretty easy. Might lose a gunship to all that AA. I really wish I'd hang out that other AA with my orbital bombardment. But didn't do too much damage. Gunships are definitely getting hit. There we go. Not bad. Everyone stayed in the green. Not bad. Now, people have talked before about why can't you just walk up and capture an engineer? These are actually combat engineers. These are like Seabees from World War II, US Seabees and the like, and pioneers. Well, they're not really pioneers. The Germans had pioneer units that were more combat focused. These have a combat ability. They are not just construction workers. See, 280, some armor. They are armed and dangerous. They can be dangerous, for instance, against the militia. Militia 310. So, militia versus an engineer, yeah. So you can't just walk up and capture them. They will fight. But in this case, they will fight and die. We'll use our damaged gunship to go get them because they have no air capability. Get them out of the way. Alright. Now we got all this to go through. So won't use our folks who have one movement. We're going to put all of them into the mine. All of these will go here. All of you will go there. What are we getting in trace here? Let's find out. 6 metal and 38 trace. That's not a huge amount, but it really helps us. I shan't complain. Oh my goodness, look at that lab. Again, a choke point. So he knows anything we do, we've got it. Whoa! So much AA. This is when we just need all artillery to waltz on in. We got no artillery in this stack. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna move all these units back into the mine. Better healing. Move all of you up to there. Yeah, that'll get taken pretty soon, but not right now. Let's see. Yeah, let's put these three. Oops. Alright, first let's garrison this one. Put these 3 into the lab here. Let them sit. You have got the assault lander. Yay! Oh, lots of good comments going on. The PTS could come in handy on Byzantium Secundus when you declare. Absolutely, but that's not going to get there in time. Jucolo, Nikitas, I see the Hassat are still holding out on Aragon. Yeah, but they're falling. Brian EFS, just barely, and I think Hassat have lost their last lab. Back to sticks and stones. I'm sorry, got some spam in the Twitch chat. Let me take care of that. Linco, nice Settlers of Catan stream. Settlers of Criticorum, said Nikitas. There you go. We actually played Star Trek Catan yesterday. It's classic Trek, and of course worked on the Starfleet Academy game long ago. Apparently there's going to be a Starfleet Academy show partially based on what we did with the Starfleet Academy game back in the 90s. So keep an eye out for that. All right, anyway. I might bring this assault lander up here. Let's see how we're doing in this stage of the attack. We don't know what that bioplant's got. Bring everybody down to see what that bioplant has. Whoop, discovering stuff already. Bioplant's got a lot. Really wish I had more artillery for this. I got more artillery. It's not this turn. Yeah, let's add you into this attack. Okay, anti-tank guns. All right. Yeah, we got plenty of units for this attack next turn, but we'll let all of these folks heal for now. Some raising to do. Can we build any energy out here? This is all pretty well developed. Down here! Holy camole! We have a transport ship that can get down here real quick. That's why we were bringing that transport down there. To take advantage of that energy. Okay, well, that's handy. And we know we're not going to raise the cyclotron. Cyclotrons are lovely places, so we'll just stash all this stuff in here. Definitely raise that chemicals. Right. Good for you. Move you there. Maybe got enough to dig the bioplant this turn. Maybe. Oh, no, I want that. I want that one. I want all the other artillery involved in this when it comes. So that's next turn. I'm still waiting at the ruins. I guess I'll pick those folks up with the assault landers I just put in space. Bring them on down. That transport is waiting for an engineer, so I can go there. Oh, I'm building an engineer up here. Yeah, I'm building lots of engineers, aren't I? Exactly. We'll put up there now. Yep. Yep. Oh, we got fighters and stuff. Prophets and seraphims. Let's stash them on star bases so that you get that camo bonus. Submarine moving around. Scouting with my submarine. That's never a great idea. Yep. Garrisoning, garrisoning, and garrisoning. All right. 2 over Byzantium and Secundus. We'll leave them there. I thought I'd need them back on the front lines, but hey, my front lines are holding. And that was actually the name of this stream, was a new front line. Talking about moving to Stigmata. I didn't expect to do as well as we did. All right, over Aragon. We do have a bulk caller. What do I want to put in a bulk caller? There's something I want to put on a bulk caller down here. Cleaned everything out of there. Maybe not. Oh, yes, 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 down here. Absolutely. Yay, bulk caller. Go down and pick up those troops we had waiting in the ruins, saying, all right, we're going to be a while more on those ruins. I got a little overconfident that we get to those ruins faster than we did. Let's see, do I want them up here? Probably. Or over here? Probably. I want them in both places. I'll take them here. Yep, that's good. Yeah, that's a good force to grab that bioplant. Yep, yep. Wow, we got a lot of biochems. Look at all that. Oh, wait a minute. So many of you have no movement. Cancel! Come, well, that'll be a next turn attack. Okay, you are going to pick up the engineers coming around this way. Sausage Linko. Dukello, does the new resource overlay hide tiles that are claimed by sea? You are correct. So check this out. So this mine has a 2 hex radius that it collects in. So if I look for energy, I won't be shown energy in that area unless I raise it. See how that works? Isn't that cool? And by the same token, I could not put a city here because it would conflict with this hex controlled by there. So it shows you I can't build there anyway, but if I built here, I could get it. Does that make sense? Let me know if it did not. Whoops, what did I just leave? This guy. Get you in there. All of you are waiting on spaceships to come pick you up. Tethys, you are waiting to be picked up by something someday. Aragon, I had this dervish unit. That's a big stack now. Might use it over here now. Shoot you back up in space to hang out. And that's the Tethys folk. We're still waiting to figure out how to do them. No, not ending our turn. All right. Here comes the moment. We know we've got the church votes. I think it's time to make our claim. So our house is pretty powerful now. We're making the money. All right. I think we did the look for energy. Oh yeah, we didn't check over here if we get energy here. Nope. I guess we could also look at Leagueheim for energy. I forget where those agoras were that had energy. I think they were down here. Not that one. Alright. The war is obviously being an issue on energy. Big energy shortage in the world. Alright. To Byzantium Secundus. It is time. Time for humanity to be truly redeemed. That battle over the symbiotes, over Stigmata, was the proof. Alright, comments in the chat. Jukalo, awesome about the resource overlay. A third of my turn time is probably spent counting tiles to place new cities. Brian says, yeah, at least half the playtime. That and building the roads. Alright, here we go. Declare yourself emperor. It is time. Alexius is laying claim to the emperor's crown. Alright, it's been done. Is there any units that I've missed? I think that's pretty good. All right, let's end the turn and see what happens. Trying to think if there's anything else I really need to do. Probably. But we'll give it a try. End turn. Whoa! I think some units disappeared. All right, voting for Alexius. Click on the house icon to cast your votes for Regent. You want to cast your votes for Alexius for South Hawkwood? Absolutely. Air unit ran out of fuel. Big mistake on my part. Research. Advanced nanotech has been completed. Wetware. Pneumonic carbon. Polymorphonic carbon. Lots of good new research. Oh, that's cool stuff. All right, let's start researching some wetware. Production of a space fighter. That's nice. That was on Kish. Do a space torpedo bomber. Oh, wait. No. Assault lander. Space fighter on Criticorum. Let's do a space torpedo bomber on Criticorum. Officer Corps on Criticorum. Maybe we should have built an assault lander here. None. I think we just wanted another officer near the front lines. Engineer on Pentateuch. Not sure I was building with him, so we'll skip that. Maybe more engineers. Yeah, let's go ahead and build another engineer there. Maybe we're getting them on wells in the water. Engineer on Shaproot. We definitely want a lot of engineers on Shaproot. That will be our energy hub. I can see it. Yep. Alright, anti-tank gun on Byzantium Secunda on Ravenna, but we did take care of the issue on this planet, so we don't need to build anything more. Tank gun, none. That area is now pacified. Maybe that's why we had the rebellion up there, was the alien worshippers up there in the alien ruins. Fusorium, anti-tank gun, I think we're pretty good here. Build a militia. For garrisoning purposes. Militia for garrisoning purposes. Militia for garrisoning purposes. I think we're on repeat. Borium anti-aircraft. None. We'll bring all those troops back here eventually. Space torpedo bomber on Aragon. Nice. I think I want to build another dreadnought here. Let's do that. Assault lander on Aragon. Let's keep building assault landers. Engineer on Aragon. That's right. They're going to start raising stuff. Alexius laid claim to the Emperor's throne. New elections must take place. Decide legitimacy. We just did that. 11,985 in taxes. Pay reduced. Well, still that plague on Ravenna. Vow still unhappy. Healing bonus. And all those places where you don't have enough energy. That's a whole lot of places. Whoops. Skip right past those. All right. Oh, Ducato's just giving us money. I'll take that. Give me all your votes for the next election or declare war on you. Reject. So that's interesting. The League brought a big fleet to Byzantium Secundus, and you see the Marauders no more. There was that fight between the League. Look at that damaged frigates. And frigates are good against Marauders because they've got good close combat. 760. So that's what happened. Those Marauders we were worried about. Taken out. Same must have happened here. Hey, there's Ducato's ship over Criticorum. Oh, they just jumped to Shaproot. Wow. That's fascinating. That is fascinating. Nikitas, yes, just got back just in time for me to declare for Emperor. That is fascinating. The League is on my side, which is another important part of the historical Emperor Alexius. He had the Merchant League on his side. You can read about that in the Byzantium Secundus source book. And that deal we made, basically, he gave them a lot of money for military gear, and they supported his bid for Emperor, and I think the same thing just happened. Look at that. I was expecting some trouble here, but I think losing their troops, they're kind of worried now, the Al-Malik are. I was definitely expecting an attack there. Ducados are bizarrely my allies in this one. They just get, or at least they give me money. So we took out House Li Halan. We're taking out House Hazat, or the Hazat. I expect the Al-Malik to move against me, but they're getting crippled by the League. Yeah, look at their... I think they're being crippled by the League. That's hilarious. Now we got 10 turns to survive. And it doesn't look like the Al-Malik are moving immediately against me like I thought they would. Wonder if I'd done anything last turn if they would have. Back before the League tore them up. Ah! Alexius made an offer to the League. They could not refuse. That's right, Nikitas. So, the League declared the Third Republic. And I made an agreement with them that they would go to peace with me, but they're still at war with all the other houses, so... You don't see it on here, but it is indeed what's happening. So fascinating. All right, so what note do we need? We've declared for Emperor. Let's see. Any special note on Aragon? No, that's falling nicely to me. I've got my big force coming on to Stigmata. And then probably to Istakar. I think we need to have it out with the Al-Malik. I think it's time that discussion was had about what will humanity's future look like. 50-35. All right. Messages. Send message to Alexius. Message to Alexius. Claim for Emperor made. Al-Malik at war with League. What else should be in this message? Now it's really just a matter of going after the Al-Malik before they come after me. I mean, now it's just ensuring that Al-Malik get in line with what is right for humanity. Yeah, I don't have much in the way to write. There's ruins here and there. We'll find those. We got eyes on them all. Oh, energy shortage. That's the big one still. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for joining the stream. Much appreciated.
Message sent.
Fascinating things going on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next turn. All kinds of interesting stuff. The church is moving. The League is moving. Man, oh man. We have got League ships. Did they restock the Agora? Nope. Nope. Look at that. Getting closer to having some extra energy, but not yet. All right. Some militia legions going before I jump out of here, but that's been a fascinating turn. Fascinating stuff going on. That Al-Malik, I was very much expecting attacks all over the place. I was tempted to do a sneak attack, and I hate doing that. I like to declare war before I actually attack. Not that I did it against the Li Halan, but that was a separate incident. Or the Hazat. That's a separate incident. Or did I? I think I declared war on the Hazat before I attacked. I know I snuck attacked the Li Halan, but that's because they were heretics. Alright. Lots of good stuff. We're in a fascinating place in the game. That last run, definitely the end game sequence here. And I might have a midweek stream. We will see. Not committing to that. Definitely have another stream again next Fading Sun's Day at this time. Maybe it'll be one during the week as well. Okay, everybody. Great stuff. Appreciate you spending time with me. Always fascinating things going on in this game. We'll clear out that last bit of Azat on this planet. Grab that ruins. And it's all Malik time, one way or another. Make sure I save this. Save as Alexius live stream. Okay. I will see you on the next stream. Take care, all.